Was in game one. There's no reason why it's going to change. You can see quite a bit of a jigsaw puzzle. Not much watering in the couple of days, so it will be slow. The toss was crucial, as we know, and Daniel Vittoria was delighted to win it, and he chose to bat. And India, looking at their team, well, there's a bit of a setback actually. 2 days before this match started, Gambhir did a groin, Karthik at the type, and opening the batting. But look at these names: Tendulkar, Dravid, Yuvraj Singh, Dhoni as well. A couple left-armers to open the bowling, and Ishant Sharma. New Zealand, well, they made 2 changes from their previous game. Nathan McCullum has been left out. The spinning all-rounder, Broom is in, and Tuffy is out, and Mills is back in after suffering a little bit of a stomach upset on the first game here in the Compact Cup. Time to join our commentators, Ranil Abhinaika and also Tony Gregg.
Right, the game is underway. India's first in the Compact Tri-Series. Just a little bit of swing back and well run. Straight away, the mid-on just a little bit deep there. They're going to have to save those singles. Yuvraj just on his heels a little bit there at mid-on. And so straight away, get off to a pretty soft start. But did detect just a little bit of swing. That won't be there for too long, I shouldn't think. Not orthodox swing anyhow, because this is quite a dry surface and the ball will certainly scuff up a little bit quite quickly.
Yes, very quiet, very few spectators on the ground. Well run, good running. He picked it up, that mid-on was deep. It again, hardly any movement. Well negotiated.
Just getting back to Jesse Ryder, he is a very dangerous player, a very powerful man, and if he has a good day, that can really make a huge difference for New Zealand. Ryder on strike at the moment. That slightly splayed stance. Well, that's quite close. Yes, and up goes the finger. Well, that is a big blow. Ryder out for a duck. I think that he might have been thinking that he was outside the line, or that there was a little bit of bat there. Certainly doesn't look very happy as he walks off the ground, so these replays will be quite interesting. Ryder out for a duck.
Yes, indeed, a big blow. He moved right across the stumps. No movement, dead straight. Umpire Dharmasena made it out that it would go on to hit possibly leg stump. Dhoni very confident there. And another duck for Jesse Ryder. He's got to go. LBW, Nehra. Hawkeye says it will hit leg stump. So New Zealand have lost their first wicket with 1 run on the board.
Right, well, the new batsman is Martin Guptill. And that one absolutely bang on target as well. So Guptill playing in his 14th one-day international. Just 22 years of age, one of the younger players in the side. Very fast, getting some experience. Already has 100 to his name. This again is that LBW. Yep, it certainly was straight enough to give out. I think there was any bat involved in that one. It certainly wouldn't have gone over the top of the stumps. Looked very straight. Oh, that's close. That's got to be... Oh, yes, absolutely. That's 2 LBWs. Well, as soon as that hit him, I thought he's gone. And that's 100 wickets for Ashish Nehra. Now, the question is, did he hit it? He's turning around, looking back, almost as if to say, what is going on? So I can only assume that that must have hit the bat. If he didn't, he was out.
Well, certainly in line, hard to say from there, but he's shuffling across the back foot. Did he hit it, is the question. Well, hard to say again, but it wrapped him right in front of the middle stump.
Oh, Ronnie, looking at that replay, I think it hit the pad first. If it hit the bat, it hit the bat after the pad. So I'm not too sure what all the fuss is about. He's been given out LBW. There were obviously 2 noises there, but it's 4 for 2. Oh, some pressure on Ross Taylor, the new batsman now, with New Zealand 4 for 2. Great start this by India, who lost the toss, by the way. Found themselves in the field, and now New Zealand have their backs to the wall. The result of a couple of Ashish Nehra LBWs. Worthwhile just having another look at this dismissal to see why McCullum, who's a very experienced cricketer, would have not been happy. Or I see, look, he's come down the wicket. He may have assumed that he was, because he was so far down, very hard for the umpire to give him out. But the ball certainly pitched on the stumps, and we've got it hitting off stump as well. And that's a nick, and it's bounced, and it's beaten slip, and it's gone to the boundary for 4. It certainly didn't carry to Tendulkar. It was short of him that got through, and it's gone down to the fence for 4. So a little bit streaky. Goes the score 13 for 2. Oh, he's got him. Yes, big catch, big nick, and nicely taken by Dhoni. He never looked as if he was going to drop that. He went with both gloves and caught it about 6 inches above the ground. Well, so another big wicket for the Indians. Taylor, who can be a bit of a danger man himself, has been caught behind for 11.
Yes, he just followed it. Good delivery again, leaving the right-hander. Api Singh has been doing it regularly. This time, success for him. Taylor goes for 11, caught by Dhoni. And New Zealand now 19 for 3.
(19 for 3). He was the top scorer in the last match. Made 41. Having had a chat to him this morning, very keen to keep the runs coming. Dhoni just making a few little adjustments there, moving another slip into position. So here we've got 2 slips now, as well as a man just behind square on the boundary, on the square leg fence, that is. Last ball of the over, and allowed to go through to the keeper. 19 for 3.
Full shot, nicely played. That's a good shot. They certainly need a couple of those, that's for sure. Just a fraction short and punished by Guptill. Runs off 10 balls now. You know that he likes playing that shot. We saw it in the test matches. It led to his downfall a couple of times. It's more of a pull than a hook, so far more control. Distraught that they've lost 3 wickets inside 6 overs. To run, and he does. Those long legs are pumping down the 22 yards of the track. Made it safely in the end, but just a little bit risky.
You got the bounce, the fielder. Would have been tightish. But things going nicely for India.
A little bit straight that time, and it's 4 to square. It's got through the inner ring. Now there's a catcher short on the leg side. Short mid-wicket in position. Oh, that's in the air, and it's just fallen short of him. So he rode that for a while, did Grant Elliott. Couldn't get over the top. He's a tall man himself.
Well, it was almost all in slow motion in normal time. He rides up with us forever. He had almost too much time to play it, and is very fortunate, Grant Elliott, to still be there. Shows you how much it just died enough, and the man at short mid-wicket couldn't get there. He'll drive it there, close in on the leg side.
And 2 men back on the hook as well. The call is yes, it's going to be tight. I think he would have been okay. The throw wasn't very good. End of the over, 38 for 3.
Well, that's a good-looking shot. Beats a man at mid-on, and that's running down all the way to the boundary.
Well, that's a perfect on drive. Just over pitching just a little bit, Ishant Sharma, and bouncing on it was Guptill. And was conscious of the fact that he had to hit it pretty hard to get it off the square. The outside edge will get him 4. There's really no justice in it for bowlers at times. Did everything right, got the edge, but didn't get the result.
Yes, it's just with one slip hovering around the area. One really needs to get the ball to go straight to you, just wide of that man. New Zealanders will take these runs, so important for them to just hang in there in these early overs. Still a long way to go in this innings.
Yuvraj with the ball. Yuvraj is now to be taken seriously as a bowler as well, because he's one who they turn to. 72 wickets, and off late he's been bowling on almost every match.
Oh, that's gone. An excellent delivery. There was a sense of lethargy, complacency setting in, and then Yuvraj Singh strikes at the end of the second power play.
Caught by Rahul Dravid. Now he is exceptional in the slips, Rahul Dravid. It was really close to his bootlaces. The flatter, faster trajectory that turned. Difficult one to handle. Yuvraj Singh has struck. Yes, it just that hint of turn, and Dravid was exceptional with it. Always falling, dipping for Dravid. But Guptill gone for 22 is 51 for 4. Yuvraj Singh, the inspired bowling change, came in to bowl. And the faster, lower trajectory is the one that turned. And take a look at Rahul Dravid. Just is exceptional in the slips, isn't he? Wasn't much reaction.
Didn't expect it to turn so sharply. And just look at the reaction time. Picking it up almost by his bootlaces.
And Yuvraj Singh very, very happy with that performance, as he should be, because that was a partnership developing. 32 they had put on in 55 deliveries.
Beats the offside, outside of the bat, and a smart stumping. Did he have his foot in?
Well, that was very quick. Mahendra Singh Dhoni seems to be convinced. Maybe there's a bit of drag on the back foot. We'll just wait and see. Yes, he's got a point. Did he get back in time? Now, the foot did drag. Is he back in time? Now, we've got to see when the bails come off. On the line is out. But is some part of the foot back? I think he's got to go from this angle. It may not be all back. He could be on the line.
Yes, it's touch and go, but my feeling is that he has to go. Dhoni got the bails off quicker than that foot coming in.
This is the angle. Watch when the bails come off. They're off, and he, I think, is still struggling. Are the bails off? Yes, there's just about a frame in it, but it's more go than touch.
Yes, I think umpire Gamli Silva, he'll have to make the decision. It's not an easy one, but again, I think the other angle is clearer in terms of it going in favor of the wicketkeeper.
There's obviously some doubt in the minds of the umpires, so that is auguring well for the batsman. If you're not totally convinced, you generally give it not out, but we'll wait and see. It's a near one. Not out is the verdict now. Well, I'm not too sure whether I would have gone with that decision, but that's the way it is.
Loud noise, finger goes up. Yeah, there was a noise. And umpire Damasima says that it's bat, it's a strangle down the leg side, but sometimes it goes for you, as it did an over ago for Elliott. Now it goes against him.
He goes with a little shake of the head. That one angling down the leg side. Was it, there certainly was a deflection. Was it bad? Was it bad? Umpire Dharmasena deliberated for a while and then decided it was out. Yuvraj Singh was quite convinced, but Elliott has to go for 22, and New Zealand have lost half their side for 66. It's not a good-looking scorecard for New Zealand. They've lost half the side. Guptill and Elliott got 22 each. Oram Broom, New Zealand playing the extra batsman in Neil Broom. Let's listen closely, see if you could pick it up. There was a deflection, no question. Bat, pad. Umpire Dharmasena deliberated it in his mind and then decided, yes, it was bat.
With those decisions, for me, and I'm sure for several of our viewers at home, have a listen again. I don't think there's any debate about a noise. There is a noise. But the reaction of the batsman sometimes gives you a good indication. Have a look at Elliott's reaction again. Could be quite a few runs here. In fact, 4 runs. Same sort of way that I suppose Elliott was trying to glance the ball down the leg side. This time Oram gets a thicker edge on it for 4. Sometimes you get an indication from a batsman. Yeah, he dips the head and he goes right away. So it's all conjecture still, but he's turned and went. He wasn't shocked, Elliott.
Yes, he's had some work to do, Kumar Dharmasena. Third decision that he's made this afternoon. 2 LBW decisions made earlier. Both spinners getting some turn off this pitch. Particularly Yuvraj getting quite a bit of turn. Nice one, Raj. Again, slow, not coming onto the bat. It's been very difficult for the batsman right through these 22 overs. Harbhajan into his 3rd over, giving away just the 11 runs. Left arm spinner Yuvraj has bowled 4 overs for 12 and picked up 2 wickets.
"22 overs gone, 73 for 5. That is good use of the feet. It's confident use of the feet, and just a little bump down the ground from Jacob Orman. Given the amount of turn in this track, he had to ensure that he got very close to it so that it doesn't spin past him.
Yes, and he made sure that he didn't hit too far across the line. Kept the bat as straight as he could. Worked out that mid-on was not deep. It's not down on the boundary, so he could take that chance. He played it very well. Very welcome boundary for New Zealand. Straight away, mid-on goes back. Yes, now they can wave their flag. It's been the Indian flag that's been waving, but it's a good stroke from Oram. Very welcome for New Zealand.
Hundred comes up. This has been good batting, good running, ability not to panic. And it was 66 for 5. Still a lot of work to do. 101 for 5.
Chand Sharma. That's gone. It's straight back at him. Just a slowish delivery, just at 114 k's per hour. And Jacob Oram just loses concentration with the change of bowling.
Sixth man goes down, and not a good sight if you're a Kiwi fan. Sharma with a little change of pace. Clever bowling and a good pair of hands to take number 6. It's Jacob Oram, and he has to go back to the hut for 24. It's 101 for 6.
Crisis stage in this New Zealand innings, and Daniel Vettori, the captain, he's been down this road before on this tour. How often has he been asked to rescue New Zealand?
Dan the man. He is here because Ishant Sharma pulled out a good piece of cricket. Change of pace, and it wasn't an easy catch, but made look easy. And he needed all those big hands on this one. Hit pretty firmly back from Jacob Oram. And in the follow-through, never easy, I can tell you. But took it comfortably in and overjoyed.
Oh, that's nice to play. Past mid-on. That will run all the way down to the boundary. And he picked the right area and worked it in that direction.
There's a bit of that unique style from Dan Vettori. Just that little whip. Yeah, see, the bottom hand comes into play. You're right, Ranjit. Maybe not the most classical player of all time, but certainly effective.
Almasena, he's gone. Oh, this is India. They've been playing wonderful cricket, and disappointing for New Zealand. Brooms, the batsman, dismissed.
Well, the break, the drinks break, has done the trick. Broom has lost a bit of concentration here, big time. The innocuous left arm round from Yuvraj Singh, and that was short, nothing delivery, but what a good catch from Raina. Suresh Raina pulls off a beauty. He is over the moon, is Raina. Broom has to go for 21, another 20, another start and out. It's 116 for 7.
Enters Kyle Mills, the new batsman. New Zealand reeling. 545 ODI runs. Have to really do a lot of work with the captain, with India just rattling up those wickets.
So 4 scores of 20 more. Polite inquiry. Yuvraj Singh, but this is see, it's a short delivery. He absolutely livid with himself. Well, Neil Broom, so much time to dispatch it. Stop here, Yuvraj a bit early in the action. Batsman not ready. But Mills, well, this is a tough one for him because he loves to come in lower order, hit through the line. He's so strong down the ground, it's Kyle Mills. He gets off the mark here. Mills loves to go big over long off, straight, even over cover inside out. He's so adept at that. But the pressure of the scoreboard with so many overs left, just going to have to change his game here a little bit.
Once again, New Zealand have lifted their bowlers. You see that Dhoni is egging his men on, encouraging them, trying to get the maximum from them, looking to try and work it. Vettori, I think it was quite intentional, because he has to look for innovative ways to try and pick up a few runs. That was the dismissal of Broom. Raina picking up sharp chance. That's neatly played. He's been trying that before. So again, Vettori, he looks for avenues, ways into the over. 120 for 7.
That's going to be wide. Now, this has been, in fact, one of the most disciplined efforts that I've seen in a long, long time from the Indian team. That's the first wide. It's quite unbelievable. No balls, and the first wide, just the 3-leg buys.
Don't speak too soon. Don't speak too soon.
But really, 38th over. It's really remarkable effort by the Indian team.
This time he's going to get one. Harbhajan was put back about 3/4 to the fence at long off.
There's the man who's been working with the bowling available. Venkatesh Prasad, he's the bowling coach for the Indian side. Over the years, he's done a very fine job.
Paddy Upton behind him. There's Paddy on the left, in the right, sorry. The fitness coach. Good mates with Gary Kirsten, have been for a long time. Obviously, Paddy was involved with the South African team when Gary was a player with South Africa. Chopped it on, got him. That's what they wanted. India will be happy with that. The partnership was worth 18 runs. It was just starting to build a little bit, but now it's been chopped short.
He'd be a little disappointed with that. Maybe it didn't get up quite as much as he was expecting it to. Ball slanting away from him, just chopping it on a little away from it. Back foot not going across to the angle of the delivery. 8 down now. So just what the doctor ordered for the Indian team. Not so for New Zealand. Gone for 6 Mills. It's 134 for 8.
Long chat between Vettori and Butler. 27 years of age. Butler, he's a seam bowler. Will bowl first change today, but he's got some work to do with the bat at this stage. Average of 11 in his career, and this is why.
Just searching for that single square of the outside offside, but just no foot movement. Tall man Kyle Mills, ball didn't quite get up enough, and of course it's inherently slow, this track, so you are into your shot a lot earlier normally.
Yeah, it's a dismissal that we've seen quite a bit of this this venue, actually, chopping onto the stumps. Couple men catching on the leg side. Short mid wicket, also a man under the helmet at short leg, a slip in position also. Butler's only got one at this stage and is looking for another one to get Vettori on strike. Oh! Sharp turn and bounce.
Actually, judging from the amount of overs that are available to New Zealand and the fact that Vettori has played about 29 deliveries, he should have been farming the strike rather than taking a single in the last ball of the previous over. But I suppose they just count runs as they come.
Have a look at this bounce. Arun, this is quite interesting. The ball before, and he's a tall man. There's Butler. I've seen him in the breakfast room a few times. He's, I guess he's around about 6'4". There's certainly some bounce around here for Harbhajan. He's given the ball a bit of flight. Work that away. In front of square on the offside. Certainly going to pick up a couple. Vettori will try and come back to get the strike, and he does that in the end.
Now that was the attempt at the overspin or the dusra. Falling a little short. Also outside the off stump, a little space for the dusra. There it is, the scramble seam, and well behind it. In fact, good footwork there by Butler. Onto his back foot, ready and waiting, and then punches it through the covers. Harbhajan does get a little bounce because of the fact that there's a lot of overspin on his deliveries. Does flight it, tends to fall a little short, dip in to you if you're a batsman.
Vettori wants one to retain the strike. He does that. So 4 off the over, 140 for 8.
So 142 for 8. 42 overs have been bowled now, so just 8 overs to go. Butler on 4, Vettori on 25. So the bowlers have now agreed on which side they're going to shine. So here's some projections. Let's have a look. If they scored 5 and over from here on in, they get 182. That's probably a likely sort of target they'll be aiming at. Anything more than that, they'll be happy with.
The man they least want to be dismissed. I mean, any wicket here is critical for New Zealand, but Daniel Vettori has to see this innings through with what is left at the other end. Butler, for a time when he suffered stress fractures at the back, is on record as saying that he tried his hand at playing as a specialist batsman. He did that for Northern Districts for a couple of seasons, not with great success. What it does say is that he has ability with the bat. So it is about just batting out the overs, the next 7.4 overs, seeing how much you can get, maybe try to increase the tempo over the last 2 or 3 overs or so. Really try to stick in until then.
Yes, well, this new ball, this harder ball, have obviously decided to dig it in, see if they can stir these two up a little bit. Vettori's already got 2 quick deliveries, one of which has been a bouncer. Let's see what happens here. Bowled him, clean bowled him, beautifully bowled. Well, the first one was a good delivery outside off stump, fast and bouncy. The next one was a bouncer, and that one was bang on target.
Now, rehearses what he thinks he should have done, which was to be a little bit more down the line, back towards the bowler. Instead, he went across it a little bit to mid-on. Seamers have bowled pretty well today. Ishant Sharma's come up trumps, 2 for 21 for him from 8.5, but it's the end of Vettori, 142 for 9.
Bond, he'll be looking to get a few wickets early on. Very good fast bowler. On strike at the moment. Well, he's had a go at that one, and that one has certainly been hit nice and firmly. Well, that makes it 9 boundaries for New Zealand. Very good shot. Well, there's an example of what he can do. Well, there's the shot again. Blazed away through the offside. Have a look at the eyes. Oh, yeah, it's all in the eyes. And what's more, he kept them open all the way through the shot.
Will they want to bat as many as the overs as possible?
Well, that's got to be out. Yes. Well, I think he was trying to get it to third man. A short delivery. The tactic has worked. The ball has gone straight up in the air. And Mira has ended up with 3 wickets for 24 in 8.3 overs.
Winning the toss and batting first, you need to get at least 230 on this track. They didn't. 155. They're in a lot of trouble when they lost their first 2 wickets inside 3 overs. That's a major concern. And if you look down that batting lineup, you can see that there's 5 batsmen who got to 20 but didn't kick on, didn't capitalise at all. So in the end, that's not a good total. However, it is something. That's the bottom line. The track is going to be harder in the second half of this game, and Ashish Nehru can be delighted with that performance. 3 for 24, 2 at the top as well, and good support from RPC, a couple left armers, and Sharma also bang on, 2 for 26 off his 10 overs. And Yuvraj Singh got some severe turn with his left arm orthodox, 3 for 31 off 10. So all the bowlers did a pretty tidy job. Harbhajan Singh just a little bit on the expensive side, but of course just getting into to this format as well and this pitch as well. So that's the story. India need a...
Kartik and Tendulkar will be up against Kyle Mills, who will bowl the first over, who himself is one away from a little milestone. Wants one for 150. Here he goes, Kyle Mills, with a little bit of shape immediately away from the right-handed Kartik.
Dinesh Karthik, for him, this is pressure time because he wasn't to be here. In fact, it was Gautam Gambhir who would be playing if he were fit. So he does realize, I'm sure, Dinesh, that he would be getting his chances off and on. So he's got to be ready. He's got to grab them with both hands.
It's on target, and just the one slip-in. Now here's the first runs of the Indian innings. Just a single. Down to Shane Bond. It's 1-0. Shout, but I think going down. Oh, he's given it! Dharmasina's given this one. From the naked eye, I thought that was probably sliding down the leg side. But he has to go.
Well, the surprise ball, the one that came in, so far he was attempting to take the ball away from the right-hander. The one that came in, you're right, the first impression was that it was probably going down leg, but let's take a look. He's struck between middle and leg, and yes, just missing leg. So Karthik would be a little disappointed with that, but that's not how the umpire saw it. So India have lost their first. Karthik gone for 4, it's 7 for 1.
Seven for 1, and that was Kyle Mills' 150th one-day international wicket. Fifth Kiwi to do so. This, though, is Rahul Dravid, otherwise known as the Wall. He is so solid and hard to get through. He's been around a long time and is Mr. Consistent. Mills with his tail up. Straight away, get past that if you can. The big Wall, the barn door. Got the wicket they needed, though, the Kiwis straight away.
Well, they needed this one. Certainly looked like it was going down leg side, but the umpire saw it differently. Maybe he thought it would be clipping leg, but certainly a little aggrieved would be Karthik.
Here's that little sucker ball that Tendulkar wasn't going to miss out on. Full and swung a little bit, but he waited so nicely. Tendulkar, and he'll pick up 3.
Delightful shot to watch. Almost in slow motion. Brilliantly done. Great balance moving into it. Just caressed it away.
More runs here, though, tonight at Premadasa for Rahul Dravid. Races on. Just saved the boundary, Vittori. It means Rahul Dravid gets 3 and will keep the strike. 5 overs gone. It's 16 for 1.
Earlier 4 overs costing just 7 runs. Dravid then facing 16 from Bond, yet to get a run off him. Really gave that everything. Short delivery. Very short, in fact, and Dravid had plenty of time to get underneath it.
That is so lucky. Inside edge could have gone on to stumps. Instead, it breaks up a sequence of what could have been 3 maiden overs. 34 for 1. A bit of inward movement. See a double change because Bond has bowled 5 overs as well, so he probably could steam in for 1 more, but have to see. That was the last ball of Shane Bond's previous over. Puffing and heaving after that last over. Really has put in a lot of effort. That certainly asked for it. It got the treatment it deserved. SW, short and wide.
Yes, indeed, very short. Gave Tendulkar plenty of time to get onto the back foot and place it. Number of fielders in that ring on the offside. It's a backward point. There's a cover point, extra cover, mid-off. A whole lot of them on the offside, but he found the gap because it was very, very short.
Isn't that the difference, Ronald? Isn't that the difference between a guy who's flowing, whose timing is perfect, and we talked about Dravid on the other contrast in the previous over, hitting some good shots middle of the bat, but hitting them to the fielders. A gap finding. One of the greats.
Tendulkar has been the main contributor in the partnership for 31 or 48 deliveries. Very crisp from Tendulkar. New Zealand won the toss. Batted first, made just 155 all out before the allotted 50 overs. India bowled well. All the bowlers tried, did well for India. Harbhajan, the only bowler who went wicketless. He got a lot of spin off the pitch. Now Tendulkar on 23 and Dravid on 9. Just rolled the wrist, made sure that he pushed the wrist forward as he made contact, so that he got some timing, got some power into the stroke. Fourth boundary for Tendulkar.
It's one of the reasons why I rate him as one of the most difficult batsmen that I have bowled to. In fact, that was middle and off stump. Because of this particular shot, if I would bowl a ball that was short of a good length at him looking for breathing space, he's able to get it away. And there's one that he plays back past the bowler off the short of a length ball as well. Even for a little man, his balance and his ability with a pendulum swing to get short of a length deliveries back past you for 4, remarkable. Oh my, oh my. That's a shame, really. That deserved 4. 11 off the over, 11 overs gone, 45 for 1. Hilly Duck Trove of Dominica is unmoved.
Yes, he didn't think about it. He very quickly shook his head. Just drifting back towards the pads. Well, on that it looked like pad first, but Duck Trove didn't think so.
Oh, that's great bowling, Dan.
Tendulkar very lucky. And the doubt would have been created by bat being the ball rebounding off pad onto bats in such close proximity. It went on to the bat after it hit the pad. It's a close run thing. We've got replays. So does he. Not the umpire. 12 overs gone, 48 for 1. Oh my, the high standards that were exhibited in the 2020 match, not carried out in the 50-over competition. Elliott making the blunder. 50 comes up for India.
Yes, a rare blemish. Gives the Indians a boundary. Another 4 for Tendulkar. It's hit powerfully. He was a little late in getting down.
Vettori again now. A little bit short, and he's hammered that one. There's no one down there. It's protection at long off. No one at long on, and that's a boundary off the first ball of the over.
Well, that will put pressure on Vettori. Quick to pounce on anything that is short. Vettori rarely gives deliveries like that. He's always up to putting the bad balls away for more runs to him.
Nicely watched as well. Bit of extra flight that time for Vettori.
This is turning out to be a very fine contest between a classy left-arm spinner and a great batsman. One trying to outwit the other.
Very controlled, that sweep from Dravid. Washed it right onto his bat. A stand now worth 60 runs, and Dravid's picked up 14 of them. But there's nothing wrong with that, because Sachin's playing superbly and taking full control of this game.
Dravid playing a totally different role to Sachin Tendulkar, complementing each other extremely well. Cut away, straight to the fielder.
Damn.
Flight again, tucked around the corner. No one, no single in that region. Six off the over, 67 for 1. That's pretty straight, hasn't gone down the leg side. He's up, there it is, there goes the finger. So Jacob Oram has picked up a wicket. That is a big wicket. They needed to break that partnership. They've done that now. Jake's bowled very well so far in this spell. He's now got reward.
This is a very important wicket, the wicket of Dravid. He's held up proceedings. Ball pitched up, looking to try and whip it on the onside. Again, hitting across the line, head falling over. And that usually does happen to Dravid. Oram strikes. A big shout has been confirmed as out by umpire Kumar Dharmasena. He's had a busy day. Dravid departs for 14, India 6 is on for 2.
27 years of age, average of 38. A couple of things to notice here. One is that it surprised us that Dravid was out. Have a look at this bird as well. There we go. Straight in front of camera number 3. It wouldn't have upset Rahul Dravid anyway, because it was very high, but just flashed across our screen as we were commentating. .110 k's per hour only.
It will take a little bit of time for a new batsman to try and come to terms with the pitch. This is Dravid's dismissal. Looking to whip a delivery which is pitched up on the onside. That's his strength. To risk and given out LBW if you miss the line.
There's an edge and there's no first slip. There was a man at about third. That's run away for a boundary, so he's off the mark now as Yuvraj Singh.
Lucky for Yuvraj Singh. One would have thought that Vettori may have looked to try and pick this wicket up, have that additional slip.
Still some batting to come. Raina, Dhoni, Patan, he's a big hitter, we know that. Harbhajan Singh doesn't mind even dip from time to time. Vittori. 146 now, Sachin.
Yes, India is on a mission. They really need to win all 3 of these games, and they would get to the top of the ICC table, ODIs.
In the air and gone. Soft. Very, very soft indeed. Sachin can't believe it. Cursory glance at the track. That one certainly just stopped a little bit. Bunted it straight to the man in the covers. Gupta was the man who took the catch, and he's got to go. So, bemused look on Vittori's face. He can't believe he's got that either. A couple of big wickets now in the middle.
Oh, definitely twist in this game. Sachin Tendulkar, so easy. I don't think any one of the New Zealanders could believe this. Their luck, and these things opened up fully now. An easy catch. And the big wicket of Sachin Tendulkar. He has to go 46, 4 short of his 50. India 71 for 3.
And that one hits the pad going down leg side. I think an optimistic appeal that time from Vittori. It really needed to turn and straighten down the line. Seemed to me to be quite a long way forward. Could have been a bit of bat in this as well. Let's see if we can pick it. Down the wicket he goes. Yeah, big inside edge.
Tight bowling. That's been the case with New Zealand on this tour of Sri Lanka. Their bowlers have toiled hard. Shout again. Stump definitely slipping down leg side. Dharmasena having plenty of decisions to make today. As I did mention, seen some good bowling performances from the New Zealanders. Inside edge as well.
4 for 70, lads.
Both in the spin and pace department. Vittori leading the spin department. The pacemen and medium paces have done pretty well.
Love it, Jake.
Has slowed down in the last few overs because Vittori and Oram, they've been very economical, very thrifty in giving away runs.
Oh, that's a very good shot. It goes whistling away to the boundary for 4. Oh, he loves that shot, and he's hit it really hard to right into the gap on the onside. When he has a go, it's always the full arc, isn't it? It really is a powerhouse type shot, that one he plays to the onside. Just watch this.
Simply smashed it off the middle of the bat. He wanted to hit it in front of square leg, and that's exactly what he did.
Dan.
10 boundaries for India. Yuvraj smashed a sweep to make it 10.
That's in the air. This is going to be out caught. He's tried that shot once too often. That's good bowling. I think he might have just tossed that up a little more. Yuvraj going for the big booming shot to mid-wicket again. Exactly the same type of shot that he played earlier, but it was a different ball and went straight up in the air.
Yes, may have had a little drift away from the left-hander in the air. Pushed it more towards outside off stump. And Yuvraj smashes it up in the air. He knows he's got a very valuable wicket. Yuvraj Singh departs for 8, and India now 84 for 4.
Well, the new batsman is the left-handed Suresh Raina, and a fair bit of experience under his belt. 66 matches, average there of 35. Good strike rate as well of 86. This is the wicket again, trying to get it from outside off stump and smash it for 6 to mid-wicket. Top edge. And the catch taken by Martin Guptill.
Oh, good take.
Right, so this is where India have got to be just a little bit careful. Another couple of wickets here, and all of a sudden I get a little nervous.
It's not easy to play strokes like that on this pitch.
5 foot boys, come on. 5 and 6 there, lads.
Big swings to leg, taking it from off stump or outside off.
Oh, that's a good shot. He's hit that into the gap and mid wicket. That'll be 6. Yes, all the way. Oh, that was the area that Yuvraj Singh was targeting. Raina getting onto it. He was getting a bit frustrated. I don't think Vittori would mind the shot too much. This time, though, out of the middle of the bat.
Yes, he made good contact, which Yuvraj couldn't do. Picked it around from about the same area, but perhaps he came closer to the ball to make sure that he didn't hit it up in the air.
That's a good shot, too. Through the offside field. And it will get there, will it? No, it won't. Well, 9 very valuable runs, 94 for 4. Mind you, it's not easy in these very hot conditions. He's worked that one away. That's well fielded.
Jacoborum, the big man, tumbling to make a save. Got a lot of fielders in one saving positions. This is nicely worked away by Dhoni. Look for 2. There we get 2. That also brings up the 100 for India.
Yep, well, 155 is the target.
That's a quicker delivery, played nicely to the offside, using the pace of the delivery, and that's ending up at the boundary.
It's a long half volley. Dhoni's feet didn't move in the expected manner, but he got back to ball. Such an effective and versatile player. Responsible player as well. Should be when you're captain.
So the quicker deliveries are much easier to play on this pitch. And Dhoni, whenever the ball's coming faster to him, looking to play it quite hard. Works it down to his third man. So runs coming much easier. Both players getting into their stride. Partnership 23 runs off 34 balls. And Vittori just probably realizing that it's slipping away now, getting much easier for India. So the New Zealanders quite happy to test Raina on the short pitch ones. Works it on the onside, just getting inside the line. 30 overs bowled, 100. Oh, that's in the air, but over mid-on. That'll run round to the boundary. So Raina getting into the act once again. He's been looking for these boundaries and been successful.
Sure, he didn't intend to pull it to the right of mid-on. Just not short enough. Obviously, to win all 3 games and become #1 team in the world is something that India will want to take as seriously as possible. Saying there won't be the sustained pressure of having to win to get to the final. It's still a task. 1-1, 4-4. One thing Gary Kirsten said before India arrived in a press conference is that he was asked about batting under lights, batting in the conditions given the history, and he said, look, if you want to be the best team in the world, as India want to be, they want to be #1. If you want to be a great team, then you have to learn to win in all conditions through all different scenarios.
That's put away for runs, and it'll be 4. So poor delivery. So down the leg side, giving the batsman quite a free hit. But Dhoni again using his experience and getting it into the right areas.
At the back of the hand, and Dhoni, as you rightly said, shouldering good responsibility again. Marveled over the last couple of years to see how his game has been transformed and how he's taken on responsibility as leader, as a batsman.
Yes, you mentioned about good teams meeting challenges, and I think that's exactly what Dhoni has infused into this Indian team by his own personal example. He's never really shied away from situations which are difficult, always comes across as someone who is prepared to accept what he gets and play to his best, to the best of his ability with his team under all circumstances. And that's why I think India is challenging the top teams.
Bats.
.35 to win now from 17. So I always wondered, Bish, India being such a vast country, how difficult it must be for these players to get together and sort of bond as a team, as opposed to a place like Sri Lanka, where each of these players meet each other almost every day. And India just coming after. Oh, that's slogged away. That's gone all the way for 6, hitting the meat of the bat.
That is a big hit. That is a meaty blow. It's the second slug sweep that Suresh Raina has played in this innings. He played one off Vittori early in the piece. Must be a favourite. Boy, he's played that well. 27 to win.
That's gone 93 meters. He's hit it to perfection. The sound of the ball hitting the bat was absolutely sweet. Admiring the shot. That beats the fielder. Get 1 for it. 34 overs ball, 130 for 4.
Catch it.
Pulled away. Didn't get enough bat on it, but will it have enough to go down to the boundary? Will it be 4? The umpires no doubt would want to have a look at that one. That I reckon would be 4. There is contact at the point the ball touches the hand. That's hard to tell, but this is a better picture. Yes, I think that will be 4. So the umpire in the centre, Dharmasena, waiting for an indication from the third umpire. That should be four. So there was contact with the line at the point. Ball hit the bat, the fielder's hand. That'll be four. Brings up the 50 partnership. So Raina, he's dealing in boundaries whenever he could.
Might as well scratch his head, because I think the story of the tour, for me most importantly, has been the lack of runs from the top order. Talked about the test match, losing the first one quite convincingly. In the second test match, it was Victoria and Oram who really brought them as close as 97 runs. The T20 matches, they got 141 in the first one and managed to win, but that clearly wasn't enough. They only clicked really in that second T20 match. Since then, the runs have dried up again for Ryder and company. That is the most significant aspect of their tour, lack of runs in that top order.
4 from the over, 134 for 4.
One of the pluses that New Zealand will be very happy with leaving the tour, though this man has come in for the T20 matches and the one-day internationals, and as far as we can tell has remained healthy throughout this short stint. He's shown all his variation, good slower balls. At times tonight showed a good upturn in pace. So heading to Champions Trophy in South Africa, New Zealand, fingers crossed, will feel that they've got an important weapon back in their bowling armory.
Well, that's tucked away. Cleverly played. I think there was quite a lot of intent in that shot. Just that little bit of width was used to advantage.
Yeah, Dhoni and Raina playing now with a lot of freedom. 54, the partnership. Really, New Zealand never got enough runs on the tins tonight in scoring 155. So once the second partnership got going, it was just grimaces and smiles of knowing that the game is almost concluded from New Zealand.
There's no doubt, Bish, the introduction of Bond to this team has given it a lot more potency, and they look far more formidable in terms of the quicker bowling strength.
No doubt, and they'll be hoping now that he can prove himself sustainable so that possibly he can play some test matches for them. He's 34. There's not a lot of time ahead of him. Still good enough, but they desperately, New Zealand desperately need some batsmen to stand up and be able to play much longer innings. And Ryder has shown that in the past. Against India, scored a couple of hundreds. In New Zealand, McCullum has shown that he has the goods. They need it being churned out on a consistent basis from Guptill and these guys. They don't want flashes in the pan. This guy is extremely talented, Ross Taylor. Now he has to stand up a lot more often.
Yes, I think the disappointment is that it's not really a case of lack of talent. We've seen choice of shots has been a problem, and really the will to commit yourself to play those long innings and show consistency has been something which has been absent in this side, at least on this tour.
They could all be building blocks. I mean, the experience on this tour can be all building blocks for these guys who could, for the experience, become better players if they use it in the right way. 139.
It's a good bouncer that followed Raina there. The height was awkward because it got up high, but then died very quickly as it got close to the batsman's head.
Something else, as we just look at that short ball again from Shane Bond, something else that Andy Moles as a selector these days, and also Vittori. I guess there's a couple of batsmen that haven't performed this tour that they'll be thinking, okay, we've given these guys a bit of a run and they haven't capitalised, they haven't gone through to the next level. He was very frustrated actually, and some of the comments he made to us in interviews during the Test series. Worked that away on the leg side. Oh, it's a direct hit, but I think he's okay. It was a little bit sluggish, that running between the wickets. It has gone upstairs as well. You'll see with this replay how he darts across the pitch so that he doesn't get hit.
It's Vittori. It's tight, but Raina, as he grounded the bat. Now, if that's in the mid-air, that's the only concern. I think that's in mid-air, because he's looked away, self-preservation. Now, this could be out, Michael Haseman.
I think he's okay, Danny. It's going to be not out. There it is.
No, just looking at the replay sign on there. I just think he was in mid-air. He should have the bat grounded over the popping crease.
Well, he only got in by a few inches in the end, but just have a look at this running. Have a look how he darts across to get away from the ball. Had he just run straight, he would have been in by a mile. Just keep running the same line. That's the shortest distance. Everyone knows that.
Oh, I reckon that bat wasn't grounded. It was in favour of Raina.
End of the over, 142 for 4. Want to come back for the second. It's not going upstairs. Brendan McCullum always gets a little bit excited when he's hovering over the stumps.
Short. 150 now, India. Scampering through. Always comfortable, but a good little flick on without even looking at the stumps behind him, McCullum.
Club that. It's got a lot on it. It's not going to go all the way for half a dozen. It's a couple of bounces only. Goes for 4. So nice way to round off the over 7 from it. 40 overs gone now. 153 for 4. Three runs to win.
There's been some fabulous facial here. It's Tilakaratne Dilshan takes the honours. Jesse doesn't, I'm afraid. Jeetan Patel. He's played in the test matches, but not in the limited version here in Sri Lanka 09 for the Black Caps.
34 not out, Dhoni. On strike at the moment. 3 to get. Advancing down the deck. Drags it on the end. On the onside, Dhoni picks up 1.
Very comprehensive from MS Dhoni and co. Tendulkar got a nice little workout. 48 there. Dravid spent a lot of time at the crease, well, not many. So barring that little hiccup when Yuvraj got out, they'll be pretty pleased in the end to win it.
He's got that away on the leg side. They're going to come back for a couple. And that is it. They get up by 6 wickets to India. They'll be very happy with that, with smiles all round in the change room as well. So Raina can be pretty pleased. There's 45 off 54 balls as well. Dhoni 35, a stand of 72 between these two players. The fireworks are off here at the Premadasa Stadium in Colombo. And Sri Lanka and India are now through to the final, but we do have one more game, of course. It is a game tomorrow night. It's a double-header this weekend, Friday and Saturday night, hopefully in front of a very good crowd. The Kiwis will be very, very disappointed with what has happened here in Sri Lanka overall, but India will be delighted.
They will be, as the fireworks just explode and make a heck of a noise behind our commentary position. You can hardly hear myself talk. It is just going off here for the Indians, winning this match very comfortably in the end here at Premadasa. It is really noisy. They're loving it here, and well, all very mellow for the players.
So comprehensive in the end. India 156 for 4. Sachin Tendulkar only made 46 or 55 balls, but he played beautifully in making that 46. And Dhoni and Raina in the end, a good little stand, 35-45, unfinished both of them respectively, and just 3 balls actually into the 41st over. New Zealand, they obviously need wickets right at the start, and it didn't really come off for them, I suppose. That's the bottom line. They didn't get enough wickets to get into that middle order. Vittori did a good job, 2 for 33 off his 10. There's no doubt he was the pick of the bowlers, but Mills and Bond didn't make any great impact. So looking back at the match summary of match 2, New Zealand 155 and India 156 for 4. And they won by 6 wickets. So they'll be delighted with the fact that they played 1-1-1. New Zealand are on their way out of here and out of the tournament now. Ashish Nehra was the man of the match for his 3 for 24.